Hey everybody, if you have ever tried to do a shake on the trumpet, but it just sounded messy, it doesn't sound like you imagined it in your head, and it just feels like you're not fully under control, you probably don't have the right setup with your embouchure or with the trumpet, or you're doing the wrong motion, or you're trying to do a shake on a note that you can't do the shake on yet. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second, but I'm going to demonstrate a shake, and then we'll talk about the mechanics of it and how to make it happen. So first of all, what is a shake? It's a stylistic form of playing that lead trumpet players often do in specific types of music. So in a lot of jazz, some jazz music, gospel music, there's gonna be points in the music where a shake is appropriate, okay? Now as I've mentioned before in many videos, I've watched Wayne Bergeron play many times, and so he presses down all of his valves when he does a shake, all right? And that is because, from my understanding, it's because when you do a shake, it's just, the collection of pitches above the note you're on and a collection of pitches below the note you're on. So when you press all three valves, all the partials, all the intervals of the notes get much closer together, much shorter. So if I were to just go up from a low C to a high C, okay, and then there's a lot more pitches that will come out. It becomes kind of like, when you play a French horn, the partials and the pitches are all much closer together. So when you press all three valves on the trumpet to do a shake, it actually makes it easier for you to do a smoother shake, depending on what note you're on, okay? So that is one thing I'll recommend. If you can already do a shake on trumpet, and if you don't already press all three valves down, I recently just started doing that, probably a few years ago. I used to press, different valve combinations, but then I realized that I would watch him, and he would always pretty much do all three. All right, so the next thing, in order to actually do a proper shake, it doesn't matter the width of the notes, the pitches, the partials. In order to do a proper shake on a specific note, you do have to be able to play higher than the note you're on, okay? And that's one of the most important things with shakes and with lead playing in general, okay? So if your highest note's a C or maybe, that high F, so if that's your highest note, you're not going to be able to play lead. You're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to play lead trumpet in that register if the highest note that you can play is the high F, okay? And it's the same thing as a shake. If your highest note is a high F, not going to be able to shake on it, because in order to do a shake, you need to be comfortable playing pitches above that note. You need to feel comfortable on that note. And same thing with lead playing, okay? So that's how you actually develop proper lead playing, is you actually have to feel comfortable with notes that are above, you have to get the feel of the notes, of the high notes, similar to the feel you experience in lower notes. And I talk a lot about this in my other videos and in my upper register blueprint. As always, down below in the description if you would like to get better at your high notes. But you have to be able to play pitches above the note you're on, above the note you're shaking, to make it sound like a shake. Okay, but you can do a shake. You can practice the shake on pretty much any note, okay? And so all it is, so when you move your jaw and your embouchure, you're making the aperture bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. It's pretty much like you're chewing gum. I like to think of it and sometimes teach, the ah-ee, ah-ee, ah-ee that we do as chewing gum. It's not always applicable, and, it doesn't always make too much sense, because when you're chewing gum, you're not actually forming the embouchure shape that you need to play trumpet, but your jaw is moving up and down. Now, there are lip trills. Okay, lip trills Lip trills are different from shakes because lip trills are only between 2 notes. So something like that, okay? So that was just a C to D. 2 notes, controlled, a lot more controlled than a shake, 2 different pitches. That one, you know, there's some embouchure movement. You're gonna have your tongue you can also move a little bit for lip trills. But for shakes, I would just pick any note you want. I'm going I, that's all I'm doing, and I'm pushing the air. One of the biggest mistakes that people make when they shake is they take the power away from the shake. They give the note that they're playing the power, and then they take power and air and energy away. You actually need, and if you're doing this, and if you want a solid shake, you have to keep giving it a strong airstream. So it has to have force and power behind it, and it's not like it's extra. It's just, you know, if you're playing a strong lead tune, you have to not back away and shy away from that note and from that shake that you're doing. That's actually one of the main issues that I see with people with maybe inexperienced lead players. When they do a shake, they actually kind of back off the air a little bit, and it's hard to control a shake and a lip trill when you back off. Now, I'm not saying that you know, I'm not going against all my other videos where it's best to play quiet. You know, you train your upper register by playing quiet, and I can do all of these shakes and lip trills quietly as well. Right? So it doesn't matter. It's just if you have a properly developed embouchure and setup for the upper register, then you can make it happen and get those lead shakes out. Shakes, press all the valves down, continue with the air, keep pushing the air, all right? If you want to practice your shakes, just practice on any lower note. It doesn't need to be a high note. And if you want to shake high notes, you do have to get better at playing notes that are above the note you're on. And you have to feel very comfortable. You have to have at least, I'd say, 3 or 4 notes, whole tones, above the note that you're trying to shake if you want a real solid shake. So this is just a quick video on that. I just kind of kept the camera rolling. I hope this helps one of you at least improve your shake. Thank you all so much for your support. Already over 2,000 subscribers, so thank you so much. I have 2 membership tiers set up, and somebody already became a member on one of the support one, so thank you so much. On the second one, I'm going to be actually doing a lot more community-based upper register videos, possibly even live streams where I'll do some Q&As and help you with your upper register right there in that live stream. Thank you all so much for checking out the free upper register checklist, which is just a quick list, you know, of all the just mental things you need to be thinking about, and for all the support. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one. God bless you all.